are talking about next level stuff, y'all. We're talking about next level stuff. If you have not signed on for my newsletter, sign up. Trish now, take one of my free classes, sign up for my blog, sign up for something so you can get my newsletter. I send out a newsletter once a week at trishnow.com and to empower you. And this week I'm empowering you on next level thinking in the form of reflection. Okay, next level thinking in the form of reflection. Let me release this to you. God is about to do something. There is a shift that is taking place. We're in the 6th month of the year. We're halfway through the year, and we're about to go on a journey like never before. And so there is a shifting that is taking place because God is about, in this month, the month number 6, y'all watch this, 6 is the number of man. If 6 is the number of man, this is the month where God is going to show you. This is the month where God is going to show you some things about you, about some things that you're doing, about the direction that you're going. God is about to prophetically download that in your spirit. He's about to speak. And if he hasn't started already, he's about to speak and just begin to just give you different things about you. So it's important that in this month, you're very attentive to what God shows you. You're very attentive to the confirmations that he's giving you. You're very attentive in the direction that you're going, because this is the month that you need to take note and you need to reflect, so that the next 6 months of this year are going to take you to a whole nother level in what God has called you to. All right. So I hope that you hear and you understand that, because God, and this goes in line with what God has given me to tell you. If you're watching me live now, make sure you share and invite your followers, because they need to hear this. And we're in the 6th month of the 6th year. This is the month of reflection. If we're going to go to the next level, if there is going to be a shifting that takes place, okay? If there's going to be a shifting, then you all need to make sure that you are you're reflecting in this month, reflecting. All right. Now, what does that mean? A lot of times you hear, girls, don't be looking at the past, move forward. Stop looking at the past, move forward. But I tell you to look back at the past. Look at this year, whether it's this year, last year, year before. I'm going to tell you to look back at your past. I'm going to tell you to look back at this year, for right here where you're at today, and reflect on some things. Look back for your testimony. But I want you to look forward for your breakthrough. You need to reflect on the things that have happened thus far, the things that set you back, the things that are setting you up, because God is taking you to a new direction. Y'all hear me? 6 is the number of man. This is your month to reflect. This is your month to think about where you're headed. This is your month to go back and look where you just came from. And listen, watch this. You need to reflect on things that you did, things that you didn't do. This is a month. This is the time where you reflect on you, because a lot of times we could look back at a situation and say, oh, this person, they did this and they didn't do that. But God was like, no, this is the number of man. This is your month to reflect on you, to see what it is that you could do better for you. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You need to see what you could do better for you. You need to see what you can do better for your children. You need to see what you can do better for your business. You need to see what you can do better for your health and your mindset. You need to see what you can do better for your next level. Don't think about what people said, what they did, what they didn't do. God said, this is about you this month. This is your month to reflect on you. So once you reflect, look back over where you are right now, where you've been and where you're going, and you reflect it and you say, you know what, God, I did have a nasty attitude. You know what, God, I didn't answer the right way. You know what, God, I didn't allow you to tame my tongue when I wanted to go out. You know what, God, I tasted that stuff. I drank that stuff. I smoked that stuff. And I know you don't want that for me. You got to look back over your life and you got to say, what is it that I didn't do right? Because, this is a new year. You start out with a bang. You start out with fire. You start out with tenacity. And then halfway through, it's like, well, what had happened was I had intended on and I wanted to, but then somebody did this and it just jacked up my whole whatever. Or I have this business I intended on, but it ain't really doing that. So I'm just like, no, God is like, no. Listen, reflect, figure out what's wrong. Figure out what's wrong. What part are you playing in the wrongness? What part are you playing in things not being right? Because we could be a shift blamer. Eve, she blamed the serpent. Adam, he blamed the woman. We could be the shift blamer all day long, but we got to say, God, no, I need to reflect on me, and I need to realize what I need to do for next level. I want it. I pray about it, and then people come and test me, or finances come and test me, or a situation come and test me, and I fail. And so God is saying, you really want next level? Do you really want next level? Then it's time for you to be honest. God said it's time for you to be honest. Be honest about this year. Be honest about your relationships. Be honest about your decisions. Be honest about your connections. Be honest in where you have been showing up or not showing up. You need to be honest about what it is that you are doing in this season. And so you got to look at it and you got to say, okay, my attitude. And then you got to say, where's your faith? You got to say, well, my faith ain't been where it should have been. I've been doubtful. I've been insecure. You got to say, well, God, I have been having fears and anxiety. You got to be honest about your weaknesses. And then God is saying, because if you're honest, he said, that's called humility. And humility, he said, I give grace to the humble, but the pride, guess what I do? I bring them to a low place. So if you're saying, well, God, I want next level, I'm ready for next level, but I ain't ready to reflect because I don't feel like I did nothing wrong. I don't feel like I've been doing that wrong. But you know that person that you sent me? You know that person and then you can shift the blame. But God said, they ain't ready yet. I thought they was ready, because while you working on you being a better you, while you working on your business being better, while you working on your mouth being better, while you working on your mind being better, while you working on your money being better. Come on, somebody. He said, by you doing that, I'm going to exalt you. This 6 is the number of man. 6 is the number of reflection, where you reflect on this man, the man that God, that you are, the woman that you are. And I talk about the 5 R's to reflection. You got to review yourself. You got to review your life. You got to reflect on what had happened was. You got to recover from what had happened. You got to make a plan of how are you going to recover. Do you write it down? Do you not just write it, but after you write it, do you have a plan of action on how you're going to implement what you've written? And then what you've written becomes real when you begin to rearrange things, meaning that you're not going to do what you did last year. You're not going to do what you did yesterday. You might not even do what you did this morning, because some of us probably popped off and got real hot this morning for whatever reason, and may have wanted to give up this morning, or may have got ticked off this morning. But you got to rearrange some things. God said 6 is the number of man. Figure out what you need to review, what you need to reflect on, what you need to recover from, what you need to rearrange. And then after you figure all that out, he said, you got to recharge yourself. You got to recharge. You got to ignite the fire that God gave you. You had major dreams, major vision, but then the money started looking funny and the change was a little strange. Then you were like, okay, I'm good. I guess we just going to be here. But then situations happen, and then somebody didn't support you, and then somebody rejected you, and then somebody talked about you. Then you lost your job. And then you got to look at all this stuff and how you responded to all of this stuff, because God said it's not about all the stuff happening. It's about what you make happen in the midst of all the stuff happening. So are you going to take charge of your emotions? Are you going to take charge of your fear? For God said, I didn't give you a spirit of fear, but power, love, sound mind. Where is that? Are you really walking the talk that you talk? Because you could preach and you could tell somebody else all day long, but are you exemplifying what I need you to exemplify, recharge, refocus. This is what we have to do in this season, this time, and this hour. Refocus, says the Lord. Because listen, we're finishing out the first half of the year. We're in month 6. Month 7 should be the completion of something. Because whatever it was you've been struggling with this year, say month 7, God gonna finish that thing out. Because I'm reflecting on this, I'm reflecting on that. I'm being humble enough to admit this, and this, but at the same time, I'm coming up with a plan of action of how it can be better. And so once you do that, you come into the completion of it, then you come into a new beginning. So greater is coming, but if you're not reflecting, if you're not strategizing, and if you're not figuring out how you can do this thing, you're going to miss God again this year. Okay. 2017 was okay. 2017 was okay, but we're halfway through 2018. How are you going to rearrange some things? How are you going to refocus your life? How are you going to get your mind right? How are you going to get your business right? How are you going to get your life right? How are you going to get your marriage right? Are you even coming up with a strategy? Or do we have it is what it is mentality? Because if you truly want to experience the God at the next level, you have to review your life situation. You got to reflect on it, and you got to do something about it. Okay, so that's my word for today. I hope y'all caught it and you ran with it, because that's just it, y'all. It's time for next. This is your month of reflection. This is your month of renewal. This is your month of refocus. This is your month of planning. This is your month of taking action. This is your month of making it happen, even when it seemed like ain't nothing happening. This is your month. This is your season. This is your time. Are you going to make it do what it do, or are you just going to be frustrated? You're going to be angry. You're going to be mad. You're going to be upset. And you're just going to keep doing what you always do, because the same stuff is always happening. But you kind of want something different. But God said that's like insanity. That's the definition of insanity. Sit down and reflect on how things are about to change. The game is about to change. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm telling you, God is about to do something big and amazing and blow your mind, but you got to reflect on what it is that you've not been doing. All right, guys, that's it. Be blessed. Make sure you share. Make sure you reflect and do what you need to do so you can see God do what he does in your life. All right. Have a happy and fabulous Friday.